Welcome back to Myths and Mysteries in Black and White with Josh and Ed. I will just like to say that I've got a bit of a chest infection at the moment, so if I do sound a bit rough, it is that. It's not Josh's editing or nothing like that. So, first things first, Josh, how you been, my mate?
Not too bad, my mate. How you been?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Like I say, I've got a bit of a chest infection. It's not COVID, don't worry.
It might be the excessive drinking you've just done as well.
Yeah,
coming back from Ireland.
Yeah. True. So yeah, that was for our mate Will. I mean Liam's stag do. So yeah, it was a good weekend.
Yeah, 100%. I'd highly neither of us are the biggest fans of cities or anywhere that's relatively busy, but I highly recommend Dublin.
Yeah, I do.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
Just even, I know it's a city, so you can't expect much, but even just the scenery itself is just stunning.
Yeah, it's lovely.
The whole place is incredible.
Yeah, apart from being told the river's clear by Sean, but
yeah, which is about as clear as I am.
Yeah. So, following on from previous, we were talking about the Wendigo in the previous episode, and saying about this episode is going to be about the British royal family.
Yep.
Which is a bit of a controversial subject. I know some people for. I mean, personally, I don't see any problem with them. I'm quite for the royal family. I quite like the thought of actually we've still got a monarchy.
Yeah.
And that, but you're quite against it, aren't you, John?
Yeah, the thing I'm against them with is how everyone thinks the sun shines out their asses. When, let's be honest, if you think the governments around the world are bad, I can guarantee they're worse.
Yeah.
They're way worse.
You think?
Some of the shit that they've done or try to hide and everything, and it's I'm not saying I'm right or wrong because you don't know unless they themselves come out and say, yeah, okay, we did this or that. But it's so much things going on around them and about them where you're just you're not, for lack of a better word, normal.
Right.
You're strange people.
Yeah.
Very strange people.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that they're reptilians.
No.
Like what some people
No,
think.
of course not. No, I'm just going down the dodgy side of them.
Yeah.
Not whether they're, hatching eggs and eating babies or shit.
Yeah.
I'm just going the dodgy things they've done.
Yeah, because there's some bad theories out there, isn't there? You see where they're being filmed and everything, and they're close up, their eyes aren't blinking.
Yeah,
properly.
they are reptilian looking, I have to admit, but they're not reptiles themselves. It's just their eyes are just, they got that coldness about them, sort of thing. But what I've done, the three main bits that I'm going to mainly talk about are the obvious one being Lady Diana.
Yeah.
Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
And then in recent time, the most controversial, Prince Andrew.
Right.
For obvious reasons. If you know about him in the UK, if you're from anywhere else in the world, I'll explain it.
Yeah.
But even then, you probably know about it.
Yeah, because he was all hooked up in the Epstein
scandal and everything. Which I will go more into Prince Andrew when we do that podcast, the Epstein scandal and all that.
Yeah, okay.
But obviously, I can't do the royal family without mentioning the son of the Queen.
No, alright, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So, like I said earlier, so many people think the sun shines out their ass and that they're the greatest thing to happen to this country. When you think of England and Britain, you do think of the royal family.
Yeah.
But take that away, because when you think of the royal family, especially from outside the UK, you think of them more as a tourist attraction. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because I'd say that's probably one of our biggest incomes. Tourist incomes. It's probably when people go to London and they stand in front of Buckingham
Palace and everything.
Seeing what are they called with the big hats?
Oh, Royal Guards, I think.
Yeah, because it's not Beefeaters, because they're the ones outside the Tower of London.
Yeah. I think they're just called the Royal Guards or something like that.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Which they are brutal. I mean, you seen that one of them marching and they knock that kid out of the way.
Yeah, nothing.
No, not even a bat an eyelid. But I think they did scream a few times and move out of the way because it's just law, is it? They can't stop.
No.
Yeah, like, you're not even allowed to touch them, are they? If you touch them, they'll point the gun at you. Like,
yeah, because that has happened, didn't it? Yeah. I have seen that. Like, you can stand next to them and everything like that, but like,
you see people like trying to wind them up, tickling them and all that, and they just don't bat an eyelid.
No,
it's like fair play to them.
Yeah, I have seen a couple of times though where they smirk.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's only so much. There's only so much you can hold back. But but what so many people don't actually realise about the royal family, and because obviously, like I said, with them being British, it's like, oh, you know, they represent England and all that. It's like, if you think about it, they're not even English.
No.
Well, they're German.
Yeah, half of it. Yeah.
The original monarchy was German. In fact, their original surname was Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. That was their actual name. And they changed it to Windsor during the First World War.
Okay.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah. Oh, no, fair enough.
And, like, when you look at, like, this is where it's going to start getting a bit controversial because I don't like to talk ill of the dead. But you look at the likes of Prince Philip.
Yeah.
He was obviously Greek, as we all know.
He was Greek?
He was Greek.
I thought he was German.
No, he was... Well, his family were in, for lack of a better word, with the Nazi Party. Right. All four of his sisters married German aristocrats that were in the Nazi Party.
Oh, okay.
And even one of them, I can't remember what the name of her was, but she actually called Adolf Hitler a charming gentleman.
Yeah, but a lot of people did.
Yeah, a load of people said he was a charming gentleman.
Yeah.
Just, we all know what he's like now.
Yeah.
And because they were exiled from Greece, I can't remember what for. It's really common, but off the top of my head, I just can't remember what for. I really wish I wrote it down. But their family was exiled from Greece.
Oh, really?
So that's why they moved. I don't know if they moved to Germany or England straight up. I think they did move to Germany.
Right. Because they're Mountbatten.
Mountbattens, yeah.
Yeah.
So
which is not a very Greek name.
No, it's really not.
So could they have changed their name on Depot or
probably,
or is that their original name? Do you know?
I think it might actually be their genuine. No, it can't be. Surely not.
No, it's not Opolis.
No, it can't be. Like because I know because obviously they were the royals of Greece.
Oh right.
They were the Greek royal family. Why did they get exiled? I can't remember. If you do know, please let us know.
Yeah.
Like, because off the top of my head, I've gone so brain dead. But they were exiled from Greece. I think they moved to Germany, which would make sense for his four sisters are all married to Germans.
Yeah.
And then that's when him and Elizabeth married and everything, which also I think was. She loved him. You can tell she did. But at the same time, you think of royals all over the world, and even like in fantastical shows like Game of Thrones, where people are wedded off to align families.
Yeah.
I think that was the case with them.
Do you think?
Because you've got his family that were in with the Nazi Party. You got Queen Elizabeth and that, which obviously was on the throne when we defeated the Nazi Party.
Yeah, but weren't they married before the war?
I think they were married before the Second World War, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think they were married before the First.
Right, okay.
Pretty sure they weren't married before the First. If I'm wrong, I apologise. But, and then I think that was a ploy, sort of like to build the bridge between two people.
Yeah, like peace.
Yeah, peace offering sort of thing. Like I said, I'll split this into three categories: Andrew, Diana, and Harry and Meghan.
But one thing I want to say, with the whole thing, what we've had in the UK with the Christmas parties, shall we say?
Yeah.
You've got to give it to the Queen. When Philip did pass, and it was his funeral, she didn't have anyone there, did they?
No.
So you got to give it to her. She stuck to the rules, even though
the government didn't.
Yeah, even though it really, she can do what she wants, pretty much.
Yeah, so, she can override anything.
Yeah, but she was like, no, if the British people have had to do it, I'm doing it as well.
Yeah.
So you've got to give it to her for that.
Of course you have. Like, I'm not going to say here, she's a cold-hearted bitch and she doesn't do anything good. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to give them credit when it's due.
Right, fair enough.
But, like, what I was getting at earlier with them, it's like, you said it's nice that we still have a monarchy and that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, why do we have a monarchy? Like, what is the reason? The only reason I can think of, off the top of my head, is they're just sitting there breaking in the money.
Yeah.
They're raking in the money because they know they're a tourist attraction. So they're raking in the money because if they were a true monarchy, well, we wouldn't have a government. Because the Queen would do everything.
Yeah. I do think a lot of it does have to pass her, though.
See, I don't think it does. No. I think they're just saying that.
Right, okay.
Because with the likes of Brexit and everything, it's like, why do we have all these votes if then the Queen can just go, yeah, no. Like, if we all voted for Brexit, or whoever voted for Brexit,
yeah,
and then the Queen goes, no, we're staying in the EU, we wouldn't have left Brexit then, would we?
Well, no, but we don't know. She might have wanted us to come out.
Yeah, but why would she, of all people? Like, it doesn't... Things like that, it don't affect her.
No.
Whether we leave or remain, or the likes of whatever government's in charge, whether it be a Labour Party or a Conservative, it don't affect her in any way whatsoever.
No, yeah, you have got a point, but I'd like to think she is still involved in a sense, but I think a lot of her duties are now passed on, isn't they?
Yeah, I mean, because like pretty much all of them have to serve at some point, don't they? Well, like Prince William and Harry didn't they?
Yeah.
Prince Charles did.
Yeah.
They all have to serve, so they are doing some good for the country. I'm not going to say they're not doing absolutely nothing.
No.
It's just I think they're doing a lot more bad than they are good. Or no, I'm lying about that. I think the dark stuff they're doing is really dark, and people don't realise it.
Right, yeah, okay.
So, I'll get on with Prince Andrew, seeing we're going down the dark route. So, for those that don't know, obviously, Prince Andrew was the youngest son of the Queen, and was very, very good friends with Jeffrey Epstein, who is now, we know, is a famous paedophile.
Yeah.
A major paedophile at that. Used to get him and his wife or girlfriend or whatever, Ghislaine Maxwell, get him. She used to be like
an organizer.
Yeah, organizer. She used to get the girls in and then basically give them to Jeffrey to do his thing. She'd entice them in with glamour or whatever.
Yeah.
Jeffrey would come along and do his job. Basically.
Disgusting.
It is vile.
That is fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Now, as we all know, Jeffrey Epstein died. Obviously, it was written as a suicide, which is utter bollocks.
Yeah, it's a bit...
Everyone and their mum knows that guy did not kill himself. No. Impossible.
No.
So, starts to give you the doubt. Well, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Because if it's already proven Prince Andrew was close mates with him, who the hell else was close mates with him?
Yeah, it's that whole...
Because he used to go on holiday on Jeffrey Epstein's private island and everything, didn't he?
Yeah.
And so it's like, bit dodgy, mate, but okay, we'll move. But anyway, and then obviously come out that Prince Andrew himself was a nonce.
Yeah.
Which, if you're not from UK, is just a slang for paedophile.
Yeah.
And it was claimed that there was a case of sexual assault against him. And after doing a TV... And this was after he'd done a TV interview denying all of that. Yeah. With the whole, I can't sweat, and the whole Pizza Express bollocks and all that sort of thing.
Mm.
It come out. He did do it. And it was... before he was even trialed with it, because obviously the Queen cut ties with him, didn't she? Like, all his royalties were removed and everything.
He got stripped of royalties and that, yeah.
But before the court case came to trial, he ended up paying up to 10 million out on court settlements to the victims.
Ah, right. Yeah, so that just proves you're not
innocent. You don't pay 10 million to keep someone quiet.
No.
Unless you know you've done it.
Exactly. If you was innocent, you'd go to trial, you'd stand there.
Yeah, exactly. So this is where I'm starting to get a bit about the royal family.
Right.
Because where the fuck did that 10 million come from?
Oh, that come from taxpayers.
Of course, exactly. Because, I mean, it didn't come from savings he had from working a 9 to 5 now, did it?
No. No,
and everybody knows, if you've watched, I know it's a TV show, but if you've watched things like The Crown, or if you know anything about the royal family, you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Prince Andrew was the Queen's favourite kid.
Yeah.
She adored him, cradled him and everything.
Yeah.
So, let's be honest, your favourite son has just been
near on convicted.
Near on convicted. And then out of nowhere, he's got 10 million quid to give away to the victims.
Yeah.
Well, who gave him that fucking money? Because people are saying it was the Queen. That the Queen potentially gave him the money and everything. Well, the Queen would have got it from somewhere, because the Queen weren't exactly working a 9 to 5 either.
No.
She's been in... when was she coronated? Fucking...
I was in the 30s.
30s or something like that, yeah. So, she's been at the top of the throne for donkey's years.
Well, yeah, she is the longest
reigning
monarch.
Yeah. And like you said, okay, yeah, they get the money from tourism and things like that.
Yeah.
But then the British taxpayer is also paying into the royal family's money.
Yeah, of course they are.
So you think about it. This is why I'm like, where it pisses me off where people are like, oh, the Queen's lovely or the royal family's lovely. It's like, you're paying them. The British taxpayer is paying them. She's then given 10 million quid's worth of that money to her son.
Yeah.
Supposedly, to get him off of being charged for being a paedophile.
Yeah.
The British taxpayer has just paid a man who is an out-and-out paedophile to stop him from going to prison. And people still are like...
It's a bit bone idle.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah.
It's like, how can you not see what they're doing?
No, yeah.
So that's the most recent red flag when it comes to the royal family.
Yeah,
it's like, and if that's happening nowadays, you think back years ago when it wouldn't have been like before social media and all that. What dark shit were they doing? Because they could have easily gotten away with it.
Yeah,
so easily gotten away with it.
Oh yeah, that could have been a lot easier to be like you say, hushed up. They could have got away with murder.
Yeah, which brings me on to the next one, which was an earlier one, shall we say? Because I think social media was around at the time, but it weren't half as big as what it is now. And that's, of course, the death of Lady Diana.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, Lady Diana was the first wife of Prince Charles, who was the Queen's oldest son.
Yeah, he's next in line.
Did not love each other in the slightest. They just didn't.
No.
She despised him, realistically. And the reason so many people loved Lady Diana was because she was so relatable to common people.
Yeah, she was.
She was adored by the British public.
She was people's princess. They called her that then.
I mean, you just look at her. She was like, she had that warm feel to her, like that mothery feel to her, didn't she?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
She was a gorgeous woman.
Yeah,
you can't deny she was a stunner.
Yeah.
It's just everything about, but she didn't have that, very similar to Kate Middleton.
Yeah.
I'd say. She's got that warm feeling, attractive look. Do you know what I mean? She's got the works. They were identical. Well, not identical, like, appearance-wise, but do you know what I mean? The way she acts. And the way Diana acts.
A lot of people do always. They always.
Yeah. But she was treated so badly. Not only by the royal family, but by the press and the paparazzi and all that.
Yeah.
She was hounded constantly.
Because they saw her... Not as a commoner, but they saw her as more of a commoner than the royal family, than an aristocrat.
Yeah, she was drained constantly. Yeah. Like, they were always like tabloid newspapers and everything saying, oh, she's done this or she does that and blah, blah, blah. Very similar to, I'll get onto it later, but very similar to how Meghan Markle was treated.
Yeah.
And I think she was depressed. She was... Do you know what I mean? She was just
wanted to get away.
Yeah, she was a broken woman.
Yeah.
And the royal family done nothing to support her.
No.
She's come out herself and said that. They've done nothing to support her.
No.
And very quickly they fucked her off. Very quickly they got rid of her, didn't she? Like when they divorced. And apparently, one of the worst people to her was the Queen Mother.
Oh, right.
She apparently was an absolute cunt to Diana.
Fucking hell.
Which she is, I mean, let's be fair, she looks it. Or looked it, or whatever. I don't know if she's dead or not. Is she dead?
What, the Queen Mother?
Yeah, Queen Mother. She's dead, yeah. I'm sure.
Queen Mother's dead, yeah. She died years ago. We were kids.
Were we?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can remember when her funeral, I'm pretty sure we had a day, I think that was like a bank holiday, I'd like to say, but I'm not sure. 100% sure.
But yeah, she was a vile fucking piece of shit to her. But
it's because she just didn't fit. She didn't fit.
Yeah, she was like one of them where it's like very snobby, stuck up, like, oh, she ain't one of us. She'll never be one of us. Do you know what I mean?
Right, in a clique.
Yeah. Well, after the divorce, which, you know, so many people believe the royal family ushered, because, and it makes sense because it was basically as soon as she was gone, Camilla was in.
Well, they said that Charles was having an affair with Camilla anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And so, because so many people thought she was having an affair, didn't she, with that Egyptian fella? I've got his name written down. I'll get to that in a bit. But
okay.
Anyway, after the divorce, she done a tell-all interview, like how Meghan Markle and Prince Harry did with Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
She did one like that, and one of the first things she said was there were 3 people in that relationship. So whether that be the Queen, Philip, whoever, Queen Mother, whoever, but there were 3 people in that relationship. And she was, what was she saying? Basically just saying how arseholes they all are.
Yeah.
And like, they are above everyone else, but they know they are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone else is just a peasant.
Yeah.
And it makes sense as well when you look when they do interviews and, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, when they like go to places and that, like when did you see the one
events,
did you see the one where the Queen went to the Manchester hospital after the terrorist attack there?
No,
and she's talking to a few kids and a few people. She just looks so uninterested, so bored out of her mind, like she don't want to be there.
No, but in that same sense, do you think she could? It sounds daft, but I feel like especially with like the royal family and that, they have got a mark on their heads at all times.
At all times, but do you really reckon they would have let her go there without security up to the teeth?
Yeah, but there's always
that thought. But
there's always that thought.
You'd be more paranoid than you would bored in that situation. You wouldn't be like, oh, I could get killed at any minute. Let me talk to this kid.
Yeah.
She just looks so uninterested, and people were like, oh yeah, but she's old and that. She's fucking young when she wants to be. If you've seen her in certain situations.
Yeah.
Look at her buzz. She was at, I think it was like a circus or something where she saw a fucking cow.
Yeah.
She looked like a kid at Christmas. She was buzzing with a cow.
Yeah.
But then this poor little girl who's almost died in a terrorist attack, and she's just like, yeah. And she don't even say bye.
No.
In that video that I saw, she's like talking to them, and they're like, oh yeah, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh yeah. Just walks off. Not bye, not even a nod, like, oh, see you later. Just walks off. I'll be like, you fucking old boot, get back here, I'm talking to you.
But could there be another thing of... because they're not going to tell us everything. Could the Queen be, I don't know, suffering with like early signs of dementia or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean,
which can also like take you away from like the normal realm, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she could be, but at the same time, she was like it when she was younger as well. I know younger, she obviously had a lot more on her plate.
Yeah,
because that was during the time of the war, and you know, everything.
Well, because you got to give it to her. She went to war.
Yeah,
she was a mechanic.
Yeah,
and a driver.
Yeah, so it could be a number of things. But I know there was that thing, isn't there, where apparently if you're talking to her and you see her twizzle her wedding ring, it means she wants to be moved on from the conversation.
Right. Okay.
So it's like situations like that. It's like you saw her twizzling the ring. Imagine if she stood here talking to you, twiddling the ring, and then you see the security guard move her on. You'd be like, "You fucking bitch."
Yeah. Well. Yeah. But. In some ways, you gotta respect it though. Like she ain't scared to be who she is. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, it's like you're meant to be a monarch. You're meant to be there. You know what I mean? People are meant to look up to you. You're meant to represent us.
Yeah.
And you're being a wanker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't say the likes of. You can't be like, oh, poor Queen, but blah blah blah, because she's an old woman, and then you're an absolute wanker to like the likes of Donald Trump.
No.
When realistically, I know the Queen's old, but there ain't that much of an age gap between them.
No,
Donald Trump's in his 60s.
70s. Yeah.
And people are like, you fucking wanker, you this, you that. Then they see this little old lady and they're like, oh, you know what I mean? Oh, Your Majesty, blah, 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 let me kiss your ass, whatever. You're like, no, fucking hell. Treat him the same. If you think he's a prick, she's an even bigger prick, trust me.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to... Sorry about that little tangent. But, back to the royal family. But anyway, back to royal family and Lady Diana, as I was saying. So after the divorce, she ended up going with an Egyptian fella called Dodi Fayed.
Yeah.
And he was the son of an Egyptian billionaire.
Right.
Which, back then, yeah, okay, they were billionaires, but there weren't that many, really.
No.
I think he was one of the richest people on the planet at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay, now you've got like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, etc., etc.
Yeah, yeah.
He was one.
Yeah, they were more like they're just been hyper business.
Yeah, he was one of the first. Now, this is where it starts to get really interesting, because you got this woman who was treated like shit, but she was still a royal through marriage. Yeah, but she was still a royal, and now she's gone off with an Egyptian fella. Yeah. Which, how can I word this? Weren't exactly white.
No.
So it was a case of, do you know what I mean? You're with one of them.
Yeah, they got right off the status
quo. So many
quo.
people think she was pregnant with one of them.
Yeah.
Which I'll get to in a minute. But on the day she died, her and Dodi were actually planning on going out for a meal. And the paparazzi was swarming her. Like a seagull on chips.
Yeah.
You throw a chip next time you're at the beach. You throw a chip on the floor and just watch the seagulls go for it. That is basically, imagine the chip Diana, the seagulls are the paparazzi. That is honest to God what it was like.
Yeah.
So they actually changed it and they went to another restaurant. And Dodi apparently was quite paranoid and like conscious, because apparently so many people kept turning, which you would, okay, Egyptian billionaire and Princess Diana in the restaurant, you are going to turn around and look. But apparently there were people and they wouldn't take their eyes off her. That they were apparently dressed as civilians, shall we say, and just still handing them. So they went back to the hotel and they were going to go out later on when it all died down. It was later that night where I think they changed their mind from going to the restaurant, that they actually went back to Dodi's flat. And that's when they got into that black Mercedes and was being driven there. At 12:23 a.m, the driver was apparently going for it.
Yeah.
Like he was in a rally race or something. He was flooring it. And apparently he had alcohol in his system at the time.
Yeah, I've heard that he was, under the influence.
And the reason he was speeding like that was apparently because there was another car behind them, which were paparazzi chasing them.
Yeah.
And because he was driving really fast, he ended up crashing in the I've got it here. I apologise if I butcher this. The Pont de la Mala tunnel.
Right.
Again, apologies
Pont
if
de la
I'm
Mar.
really. Yeah, that's the one. Pont de la Mala tunnel. And he ended up hitting a concrete bollard.
Yeah.
The only crash that ever happened in that tunnel was her. Before or since, that's the only crash ever in that tunnel. Well, obviously, the car crashed and Dodi and the driver died on impact. However, Diana was seriously, badly injured to the point where I think she needed treatment on the scene, but she was still alive.
Yeah.
They eventually cut her out of the car. It took a fair while for them to cut her out. Like, I think they were humming and hawing trying to figure out how to get her out, but then eventually they cut her out of the car and got her out. Put her into the back of an ambulance, and instead of here where you drive off straight away when you're in an ambulance, apparently in France, you do some sort of work there to try and stabilise them.
Right, okay.
Before taking them off.
Right.
Which, I understand this, you've got your laws, but if it's a royal, I don't know that she's no longer royal, but she still was a royal.
Yeah.
Still a very, very important person. You think they'd just go.
Maybe it depends on the extent of the injuries, I guess.
But then surely with the extent of the injuries, you'd more want to get there quicker. Because a paramedic can only do so much.
Yeah, I get that. But I feel like at the same time, if they don't do anything, they might be in a sense wasting their own time.
Yeah.
So wasting the hospital's time waiting. If they can't do it enough there,
you got a point.
They could be wasting everyone's time.
But anyway, when the ambulance eventually did get to the hospital, they immediately took her into theatre, couldn't do anything, and she died at 4 o'clock on the dot, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that's when the whole country went into mourning and everything. And it was quite recent after that where Dodie's father started stating, like, coming out with all this information, shall I say, for lack of a better word, whether it was paranoia or genuine facts,
or mourning,
or whatever, because there is that stage of mourning, denial. Was it denial?
It was anger,
or
grief, or was it?
Yeah, grief, denial, anger,
acceptance.
Yeah, acceptance.
4 stages, isn't it?
Well, he believed quite recently, and still to this day, believes that the royal family orchestrated this attack, shall we say.
Yeah. Incident.
Yeah, because he was the one that apparently said that Diana was pregnant with Dodie's child.
Right.
And that the royal family couldn't stand the fact that an Egyptian Muslim could be the potential stepfather to the future king of England.
Yeah.
Because obviously by this point she had Will and Harry.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone knows Will's going to be in line to the throne after Charles.
Yeah.
So if Diana was still alive and still with Dodie, the stepdad would be an Egyptian Muslim.
Yeah.
Which, you know,
is
red flag.
Yeah.
If you believe what the royal family are like. And Diana herself apparently thought someone was out to get her, because she had written for her butler, and it said,
like Paul Burrell.
I think so, something like that. Well, anyway, she written that someone is planning an accident in my car, and it's going to be something to do with brake failure. And she also said it was in order to make a path clear for Charles to remarry.
Yeah.
Which is a bit dodgy, considering what happened.
Yeah.
You're like, oh. And people also apparently claimed that there were really bright lights coming from out the tunnel, suggesting that maybe the driver was blinded and put off, and that's why he hit the bollard.
But also saying that, if he had alcohol in his system, which is a point in itself, if he's driving an Egyptian billionaire's son and a royal, you'd have thought there'd be strict instructions for that driver.
Yeah.
And if he's intoxicated, being like, I've never drove under the influence, but your reactions aren't going to be good. And if they were going at a high speed,
yeah,
it could happen.
Of course,
I can still see how it could be an accident.
Yeah, of course it could.
But
I'm not gonna...
I know there is a lot of
But at the same time, just because there was alcohol in the system doesn't mean he was drinking that day. He could have drank the afternoon before. It'd still be in his system.
Would it?
Well, he weren't. It said it was alcohol in his system. It didn't say he was pissed.
No, but if it's alcohol in its system, I mean, how long does it take for alcohol to wear off?
I think 48 hours for it to be completely gone from your body.
Right. Okay. But then, if it's at such a low percentage, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't be released, if you know what I mean. If they come out and gave a statement saying that there was alcohol in the system, it must have been a quite high percentage.
But then again, could it also? I'm not disagreeing. I'm just, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but could it also be a case of they released that so that it threw the scent off?
Possibly. Yeah, there is always that sense, but I just think it just seems a bit. I wouldn't say far fetched, but like clutching at straws.
Yeah.
To say that there's alcohol in the system, even though he's drunk the day before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It seems like it could have been like from that night or earlier on that day.
But as well with that, like take that into consideration. It's a known fact that there are 14 cameras in that tunnel.
Yeah. And
not one single camera had footage of the crash because they was either A, not working, or B, they were all facing the other way.
Right, okay.
Bit convenient.
Yeah, but are they naturally faced the other way, or are they...
I don't know, but even if they were like on an automated turning thing,
it'd
be a bit weird to have all 14 of them turn one way at the same time. You'd think you'd have like 7 facing one way and 7 facing the other.
Yeah.
And that so many didn't work either. Bit of a dodgy thing, do you know what I mean?
Oh, there's a lot of cracks in the story.
Yeah, but this is, in my opinion, the biggest crack, what I'm now about to get to. It was also reports of a white Fiat Uno being involved in the crash. Mm-hmm. Some witnesses have apparently even claimed that they saw the car come out the tunnel around that time, but no one saw it in the tunnel at the time. Because that wouldn't have been the only car in the tunnel. It wasn't the only car in the tunnel.
No.
But so many people said they saw it go in. No, sorry.
Come out.
Saw it come out, but no one saw it actually in there.
Right.
And obviously, a tunnel like that, you go through most tunnels, they're quite dark, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they're lit up like the bloody Blackpool Tower.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to spot it. You're not going to exactly be looking out for a white Fiat Uno, but you're going to see it. Do you know what I mean? Even if you said, oh yeah, I saw a white car.
Yeah.
You're going to see it. Well, Dodie's dad claimed that the car was owned by a man called John Paul James Anderson. And he had apparently been watching Diana and Dodie when he had apparently been watching Diana and Dodie for quite some time.
Right.
On that day. And when the police investigated this claim, turns out that this John Paul did in fact own a white Fiat Uno.
Right.
However, the police said that it apparently wasn't the car that was described to them.
Right.
Which I don't get how. How, if you've had a white Fiat Uno described to you, and he said the name of the guy who owned it, you've gone to that guy's house, and he has a white Fiat Uno, what point of that is not described to you?
Yeah. I don't know. No. But there's, what was his name?
Jean Paul.
Right. Who is he? Is he a reporter or?
I think he might have been a something to do with the military or something along them lines.
Right. Okay.
And nobody could question him about it. Oh, he's never been questioned since then because he committed suicide in 2000.
Right. Okay.
Now this is where, you know where I said earlier with the whole Jeffrey Epstein and the suicide that made it look like suicide. This must be one of the most bizarre suicides I've ever heard of in my life. Because the police have come out and said, yeah, it was a definite suicide.
Yeah.
However, when he was found, he was sitting in a burned out BMW, decapitated, with a hole in the left side of his temple. How the fuck is that a suicide?
Right, so, but was he burnt?
I don't know if he was burnt. It just says the car was burnt out. Don't say his body was burnt.
No. Because it just seems like... It just seems like in that the only way for that to make sense, he'd have been driving, shot himself in the head.
Yeah.
Crashed.
Yeah,
which caused a fire.
Yeah.
And whatever he hit
decapitated him.
That's the only way.
Well,
I
don't think there was anything in the windscreen or anything. Nothing had hit the car. The car crashed into, like, whether it be a tree or sidewalk or something. He crashed. The thing was burnt. Temple to the head, decapitated. Apparently his head was literally next to him. Sat there, like, just on the...
on the passenger seat.
Yeah, on the passenger seat.
Right. Yeah, no, that just seems
How the
bizarre.
fuck is that a suicide?
Yeah, that just
You'd have
seems
to
a
be
bit
one
bizarre.
talented man to do that.
Yeah, it's quite bizarre. That is quite bizarre. But that's the only thing I could think of how that could happen. But it's just such a string of events.
Such a string of events. If it was just the one, you could make sense. Like, if the car was burnt and the body was burnt, okay, yeah, crashed it, whatever. Suicide, ramp. That's the thing. That's the thing that gets me. It's like a suicide. Who the hell suicides themselves by cutting their head off?
Well, no, you
can't do it.
You won't be able to cut your head all the way through. You'd be dead long before.
No, exactly.
That. Yeah.
And the hole at the side of the left temple. But that would make sense with a gunshot.
Yeah.
But if it was to the side, you think you hold a gun to the side of your left temple, it's going to come out the right side as well.
Not always.
Not always, but...
It depends what caliber gun, and you could go into a whole rabbit hole with that.
Yeah.
Not always. No, I can't see that. I can't see that being a definite. It'd be coming straight out the other side.
Yeah.
No, it depends what angle as well.
All that.
Yeah, he could have just had it like you know what I mean, like facing him pretty much, and it stopped itself in the brain.
Yeah.
So it that is a thing in itself.
But it's the decapitated and the burnt out car. That's the dodgy bit.
I can get the burnout. It's the decapitation I can't.
No.
get my head round.
But it's like I said, when I tried to look it up about it,
but
the car was burnt out, but he wasn't.
But also, as well, if it was a hit, want to look like a suicide, they wouldn't have gone that bizarre.
No, but
they would not have gone. These are probably going to be trained people.
Yeah.
In the art of killing.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, and they're not going to make something up so fantastical where it's non-believable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
unless
are the pictures of the wreckage of him burnt out?
I'm pretty sure if you googled it, you could find it.
Right, with the head next to it.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, if you can't believe everything in the press.
No, of course you can't. But it was the police that said it was a definite suicide.
Yeah, and it come out of a police statement.
Yeah.
That how it with all them events.
Yeah. It's the police that were the ones that said, yeah, okay, this guy has that car, but it wasn't the car that was described to us, and it was them that said it was a blatant suicide.
Yeah. So I get why how it is a bit dodgy, a bit suspect, but at the same time, like I said, if that was a hit, it wouldn't have made out to be so
brutal.
So yeah, so
unless I know, like you said, it was probably professional, but unless it was an amateur. But it was just...
I don't think they'd risk it.
It's just the decapitated side of it.
Yeah, that is
For his head to be perfectly placed on the passenger seat next to him.
Mm.
Not like it's rolled. It was sat there.
Yeah. Unless, like when you see films when there's like a razor wire in between two trees and then that could have happened, right? But still, then someone had to have put up razor wire. So it's that whole thing.
And it would have gone through the car as well.
Yeah, but if it's burnt out at the end, then they could. Depends. Oh yeah, you said it's a white Fiat Uno, so that ain't really a convertible.
No, it was a BMW he was found in.
Was it a convertible?
I don't know. It just says a burnt BMW.
If it's a convertible, then
roof down and yeah.
So you got to see in that sense as well. So it's the whole fit. It's that decapitation that don't make sense.
No,
unless he, for some reason. But if put up the razor wire himself.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you was going on with that wire. If that had decapitated him, where did the hole in his temple come from?
Unless he shot himself before he hit it.
So what? He killed himself as they were planning to kill him.
Yeah,
they're just like, oh, decent. He done it for us.
Yeah, but by that time it was too late. So kind of thing. So it could be that.
Could be. It could be a number of things.
It's a number of things. It is a very bizarre way of a suicide.
Yeah,
it's a very brutal way of a suicide.
Very brutal. And it was just the whole committed suicide after he'd been outed, shall we say? By Dodie's father.
Yeah.
And that he did have the car that Dodie said he had that was apparently following around Dodie and Diana.
Mm. Yeah, no. Yeah, that is a bit of a... It does seem like it is a lot of pieces in the puzzle.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know with that.
It is a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah, because I just can't see, because they wouldn't use an amateur. Let's be honest.
No, of course
if they was going to have a hit on someone.
But in saying that, if it was a hit, that don't necessarily mean the royal family themselves ordered the hit.
No, because it could have been Dodie's father.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Obviously, the obvious suspect is the royal family.
Yeah,
just because of everything that's happened. But that don't necessarily mean it's them that done it.
I'd personally say if it was a hit, it'd be more off Dodie's father because of revenge. Like
for his son's death.
Yeah, because he was a part of it.
Mm.
So yeah, he could have ordered
the hit,
and he's a billionaire. It's not like he can't afford it.
Yeah.
So
it would make sense as well if he was the one responsible for the crash that killed his son.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the royals doing it to keep him stum.
No.
It's like, you fucking prick, you murdered my son and his
wife,
who was pregnant with my grandson, supposedly.
Yeah, he's got
because apparently with her body, they embalmed it quite early. Like, as soon as she was dead, they embalmed it. And apparently that makes it more difficult to find out if someone's pregnant or not.
Right, okay. Kind of like being in laid.
Because within 24 hours, she was flying back to the UK, weren't she?
Yeah.
The crash happened, and the next day she was shipped off. That sounds horrible, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Her body was flown to the UK.
Yeah, but that, I think, because of being royal and that, they get that special treatment.
Yeah.
They do get that, so I think it could have been what they call what they probably class as a mark of respect.
Yeah.
Of embalming her so soon.
Yeah.
Saying to keep her preserved.
Yeah.
Because they want people to see Diana who she was.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can understand why they done it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But yeah, like I said, that apparently makes it even more difficult to find out if you're pregnant or not.
No, but if did Diana ever come out to say she was pregnant?
No.
Right. Okay. Which
I think it was Dodie's father that said she was pregnant.
Right. Okay. But then again, that could be just a ploy.
Yeah.
No, it sounds disgusting. Could it be a ploy to make people really be on his side?
Yeah, because like I said, he was adamant that the royals done this.
Yeah,
it could have been. So it's like, look, fucking give them the abuse they deserve. Sort of thing.
I would say guilt trip him in a way, but to get him more on his side.
Yeah,
so.
It very well could have been. Yeah. Very well could have been.
Yeah, and your emotions are running high. You're going to say a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But going from Diana to her son, which Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, as I said, Harry was the youngest son of Prince Charles and Lady Diana.
Yeah.
So he was a jack the lad. He was so much like his mum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He done what he wanted to. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He didn't let that royal title pin him down. Yeah, okay, he done his duties, he served and everything.
Yeah, and he did do very well. Yeah.
But he still done what he wanted to. There's been pictures of him in strip clubs. Was that picture of him dressed up as a Nazi?
Yeah. Fancy dress party, yeah.
It's all sorts.
That's a bit poor taste, though, really, when you think about it. Even though, he's Jack the Lad, that he is still part of the royal family.
Yeah.
Dressing up as a Nazi. Which is
probably turned around and was like, no, I'm just dressing up as my granddad.
Yeah. Oh dear. But as I think that was a bit of sour taste, but he was young.
He was young, yeah.
You can't hold that against him.
You can't hold that against him because obviously, and as well, you've got to think of it from his point of view. Obviously, he's got an older brother. He's in line for the throne. The only way Harry gets the throne is if, God forbid, Will, Kate, and all his kids died. That's the only way Harry will get the throne.
Harry would get the throne before Kate, I'd say. I think so. Yeah.
Was she?
I think so, yeah. Because he's actual royal blood.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, no. Actually, it would be George. It would,
yeah, that's what I mean. Will and the kids would have to die for Harry to get it.
Yeah.
So he knows he ain't getting the throne. So he's just doing what he wants to.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
Yeah. And that's what made him so likeable.
Yeah. But no, I'm not saying that Will's not likeable, because I actually...
No, Will's not like...
I really like Will and Kate.
Yeah.
I think they're brilliant,
in
a way. Because he does so much for the British people.
Yeah.
He does so much for charity.
Yeah. He's always at some sort of... I swear, every time Villa play, I'm sure he's pictured there.
Yeah.
He's a massive Villa fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, Matt, yeah. His mum would be proud of him.
She'd be proud of them both.
Yeah, 100%. She would be proud of him both,
right?
Because they're brilliant. They're good lads.
Yeah. Well, obviously we know Will ends up marrying Kate Middleton.
Yeah.
Everyone was buzzing for him. English Rose.
Yeah.
Best way to describe her.
Yeah, that's a brilliant way to describe her. Yeah.
Proper English Rose. Do you know what I mean?
Lovely lady.
Lovely woman, down to earth, gorgeous,
beautiful lady. Yeah.
Happy. Do you know what I mean? Everyone was so happy for him, and everyone's like, "Oh, your mum will be so proud of you."
Yeah.
And everyone was the same when Harry ended up marrying Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
Everyone was so happy for him.
Yeah.
And then it all went sour.
Yeah, dude.
They were fucking...
their wedding, I can't help but laugh at it. Because what always gets me, that you've got a royal wedding, it's always usually very traditional.
Yeah.
It's very grand and everything. And you're sitting there and there's gospel choirs going off and everything. It's very... unorthodox.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I was there for that. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
I was laughing.
Yeah.
I just thought it's just so off key. Do you know what I mean?
Because I remember I come back from on holiday in Mallorca on the day they got married. And we landed at Stansted Airport and fuck me. Getting from Stansted home, because we got picked up, obviously had to go, it's not in London, but you've got to go through Essex. It's near Essex, isn't it? You've got to go all that way. the traffic and everything. There was banners everywhere, just every TV, you know, like the TVs that normally have the flights on.
Yeah.
They had two, basically. One had the flight on, one had the royal wedding on.
Oh, yeah.
And there was just people glued to it. I'm like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah, that's what I mean about the royal family. Like, especially, like, because I'm a very patriotic person. And so that's why I've never been opposed to the royal family.
Yeah.
Because I'm very patriotic. And... yeah, with stuff like that, it does make you proud.
Yeah, of course
British
it does.
In a way,
of course
you know what I mean?
does,
Like, I know, yeah, like we are going into dark stuff, like the bad
Yeah.
side of the royal family.
Yeah. But this is just conspiracies about them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, okay, some I do believe, like how I said with Diana's death and Andrew and them.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna. Do you know what I mean? It's still nice to see them sort of things.
Of course.
Of course,
yeah,
I'm not a completely heartless bastard.
Never said you were.
No. I'm just, anyone listening, I'm not completely heartless. But yeah, Harry and Meghan's relationship went so sour. Not the relationship itself, but like in the eye of the public.
Yeah, but I don't think it's fully to do with the royals. I think a lot of that was publicity. Paparazzi,
there's a number of things.
Yeah, newspapers, stuff like that.
I remember one, and they were so ridiculous. I think it was the Sun, which explains a lot.
Yeah,
and it was like her, walking out of someone. She's like holding a baby bump, just like cradling it, like most mothers do.
Yeah.
And there's a picture. I saw a picture, and it was her and Meghan doing. Meghan and Kate doing the same thing. And it's identical the way they're holding it. And people are saying apparently she's squeezing it and she's trying to deform it and all this bollocks. I'm like, what are you getting at, you stupid cunt?
I think as well, it's because Meghan's not English. She's American. She was an actress.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna try to scrutinise it every way because it's so off key. It's off the mark. It's out there. It's not like how it's usually done.
No.
So they're going to try and find any fault.
You've got to just take that fucking hat off to be like, not hat, sorry. Do you know what I mean? You've got to pull the wool from over your eyes.
Yeah.
You know, do you really reckon the Queen went, right, Will, you're marrying her. Harry, you're marrying her.
Yeah.
No, they picked it. They picked the women they wanted. They went on dates. They, done the casual relationship thing.
Picked, that's how done.
No, but they've done the casual relationship thing. Do you know what I mean? They didn't just go, you.
Yeah. No.
So it's like, it's what they want in a person.
Yeah.
So stop acting like a twat, because it's like, that's obviously who Harry wants to be with. Fucking be with it.
The thing is, I don't sell stories. I don't sell papers.
Of course I don't.
They're going to try and do everything they can to sell that newspaper, and that's just going to be the biggest load of bollocks you've ever seen.
I mean, there was all them things about Meghan was apparently manipulating Harry and all that shit.
Yeah, that is bollocks. That is honestly rubbish.
Well, it's like I sat there, I was like, wait, so you're telling me that a guy that has been basically controlled his whole life, okay, he's done the odd thing here and there, but he's obviously, since the day he was born, they knew, right, he's going to have to serve. Then he's going to have to do all the royalty things, you know what I mean? Like the smile and wave and all that bollocks.
Yeah.
And then somebody's come along, basically pulled the wool from over his eyes, showed him there's a better alternative, better way, and she's the manipulative one.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, what are you on about?
All right. I think with the whole Harry and Meghan thing, they could have gone about some things a bit better. I think there could have been some things they could have gone a bit better way about it, but in the whole, I think they've been just royally treated unfairly.
Yeah. So obviously, as we was just on about, we all know Meghan was under massive scrutiny for basically everything she'd done, and Harry obviously was like, "Nah, this ain't happening." Especially after they had was Archie the kid's name?
Yes.
Especially after they had him, it's like, because you obviously got to think. Not only is he grown up with that sort of situation, but so he would have grown up knowing what happened with his mother. So he's thinking, I'm not there letting this happen to my wife and kid. No. I couldn't have been there to stop it from my mum, but I'm here to stop it from happening to them.
Yeah.
So they decided to move to the US.
Yeah.
That's when everyone starts turning their back on him. You fucking traitor, you this, you that. You know what I mean? You should be here with us. It's like, fuck off. Let him do what he wants to do.
Exactly. But like I say, I think as well, again, it is all like the tabloids and that. they put it into people's heads. Because tabloids and that, they manipulate the normal...
And one of the worst for it, and I used to love this guy because I thought he used to say everything on the money.
Piers Morgan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to say everything on the money.
Yeah, he'd say what people did.
And slagged that woman into the fucking ground.
Yeah, it was so uncalled for.
He was
unneeded.
A prick to her. It's like, mate, you went on... Because apparently she went on a date with him, didn't she?
Did she?
She went, apparently, so Piers Morgan claims, she went on a date with him, and then that got picked up in a taxi, took to a party, and that's where she met Prince Harry.
Right.
It's like, mate, she didn't go on a second date with you. Get over it.
Yeah.
You're acting pathetic.
Yeah, I agree. I used to really enjoy Piers Morgan. Like, I know that's going to get some backlash for us for that.
But he used to just say everything
on
the money.
He'd say what people did.
Two things pissed me off about him was the scaremongering he done with COVID.
Yeah.
And this.
Yeah.
And there's another one. True Geordie actually said it.
Right.
And apparently, Piers Morgan was that petty with it that he slagged Meghan Markle off for wearing some sort of earrings because they had a link to the Saudis.
Well,
so he's the most patriotic bastard going, loves the Queen and everything, slagging off a woman because she's wearing earrings that have some link to the Saudis when the Saudi royal family have been in bed with our royal family for fucking decades.
Yeah.
It's just like, bit calling the, pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought how he handled that was very childish and not needed.
No.
Very uncalled for.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
And yeah, like I was saying, I don't get how people are saying he's the mad one when he's seen this happen to his mother. Yeah. If someone's come along and said there's a better way of living, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you know what? You're fucking right. And he's
because like you say, he's never going to be king.
No.
And that, so he has got to go off.
Can you remember even in that interview, he said, if people knew the things I knew, they'd understand why I'm doing this.
Yeah. Well,
that's like, he knows some shit. And honestly, I think he knows that the royals are responsible for Diana. I honest to God. Because it was a bit weird how they just freely let him off.
Yeah. But I think they would have had a big backlash from then if it was like that. I don't personally believe that because, having him knowing that they actually killed his own mum. Like, think of it from from your perspective. If you know your family killed your mum, you wouldn't care even if you died. You'd have them out.
Yeah,
you'd have it out, wouldn't you?
True.
So I feel like...
But then at the same time, if you've got a kid, you're going to really risk it for their safety. If it was just him, then I think he'd do it.
I don't think he'd have said that in the first place then. So even though I think I don't think it's as dark as what it's being made out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as dark. I think it is just stuff that's all behind closed doors. But... just like a family squabble,
yeah,
kind of
thing.
Yeah,
I get you.
It could be simple as like they just didn't like Meghan.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They just didn't get.
Well, there was that thing which I'll get onto now. With obviously because they did that tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah,
and there was so many cans of worms open then.
Yeah,
like there was obviously the one where they were told there'd be no security for the baby.
Yeah.
There was apparently somebody asked about the colour of the baby's skin.
Yeah.
Which I think was most likely Charles. In all honesty.
Well, I thought it'd probably be Philip because he was quite well known as a bit of a racist.
Yeah, Philip but then that's why I think it most likely could be Charles as well because obviously. That's like Philip was his dad. He would have been brought up that way.
Yeah.
And because there was that point where he weren't talking to his dad or brother, was he?
Not for a little while. No.
He discarded them. So that's what makes me think it was probably one of them. But I just can't picture it being William.
No,
I just couldn't picture it being William.
I think they are talking again.
Yeah, they're talking again now. So I couldn't picture it being William. That's why I reckon it was Charles.
And that could be like. Me being patriotic and stuff, but I just can't see William being like that kind of person.
No,
he just seems too He seems too down to earth and nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like him. I genuinely like the man.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. What other things were there? Oh, there was that one where she said the press claimed that Kate Middleton made her cry, weren't they? And it turns out it was the other way around.
Right.
Apparently, Kate made Meghan, well, according to Meghan, Kate was the one that made Meghan cry.
When it was the other way around?
No. But the press were reporting that Meghan made Kate cry.
Oh, right.
Meghan's turned around and said it was the other way around.
Yeah, but could Meghan just say it to save her own skin?
She could be.
Yeah.
Very well could be.
Well, there could have been no crying at all and it's just been blasted out.
Mm-hmm.
Because has Kate ever come forward?
Don't think so. But then again, you wouldn't, would you?
Well, no, but I feel like even if it is true, like say Kate did make Meghan cry, I think Kate could have come out and said there was a fucking good reason why.
Yeah.
Because she don't want to be then put under scrutiny.
And then to play devil's advocate, if, for argument's sake, that was me and you in that situation, and the press were reporting that you made me cry. Just play along with it.
Yeah.
Right? So like the press apparently said that you made me cry, and then I come out and said I made you cry. No, you made me cry, sorry.
Yeah. No, right. So the press say that I made you cry, but then I come out and say that actually no, you made me cry.
Yeah. From my point of view, I would have just come out and said, well, he's talking fucking bollocks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's exactly it. So that's why I thought I feel like Kate would have probably come out because she's very much in the public eye, and she has. So I just think it could be it's all just taken out of proportion.
I think it just was basically, like you said, a family spat.
Yeah.
And the only problem is it's the royal fucking family.
Oh God, yeah.
And then obviously there was that thing where the royal family cut off ties for Harry, didn't they? Like finance ties and that.
Yeah.
So he's actually having to live off his mother's money, which I know to British taxpayers and like working class, that's going to be like, oh, boo fucking who. But just deep it for a second, right? You've done everything the royal family have told you to do.
Yeah, they just cut ties.
And they've cut you off financially because you wanted to move to another country to protect your wife and kid. So you're having to live off your dead mother's money.
Yeah.
Bit fucked.
That was a bit far. Is it still like that now?
I think so.
Is it?
I think so. Unless they're doing it behind closed doors now.
Yeah, it could very well be.
You just don't know.
Could very well be. Because, I mean, like, I haven't heard a lot about Harry and Kate lately.
No, Harry and Meghan.
Harry and Meghan, sorry. Oh, that is a controversial one. No, Harry and Meghan, so I don't know what is going on.
Nah.
But in a way, I don't want to know. Let them live their life.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean?
It just pisses me off when the British public are like, oh, fuck Harry and Meghan, fuck Harry and Meghan. It's like, how can you not see he's doing it to benefit his family?
Yeah.
He's doing it for their protection. Stop being, do you know what I mean? Stop being a wanker.
No. I've had this argument before with my family.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they're all against Meghan and that now. But I said to them, you'd do the exact same thing.
Yeah, of course you fucking would.
You'd do the exact same thing. The only difference is they're in the public eye.
Yeah,
the royal
that
family.
is literally the only difference.
That is it.
And they don't want to be in the public eye.
No.
Which, again, was another thing that pissed me off of Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh, they don't want to be in the public eye, so they do a tell-all interview. Just because you don't want to be in the public eye don't mean you can't do anything to do with the fucking public.
No.
It means you don't want it to that extent.
No, where you can't sneeze without having a photo taken.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're just saying it from their point of view, what they experience.
Yeah, exactly. No, I feel like I say, the press and tabloids, they're the worst. They're the worst kind of people go because they do destroy
they're vultures.
people. Yeah, they're vultures, and it's been seen so many times before, not just with the royal family, but with celebrities and other people. You know,
yeah,
they've destroyed people.
Yeah,
just to sell a story.
Just sell a story.
I mean, you can see that from the film The Gentleman.
Yeah,
he was doing everything he could to destroy. Even though, don't get me wrong, the main character was doing stuff dodgy.
Yeah,
but
he was doing everything just to try and earn a few quid.
Yeah. Just to destroy people. So and I feel like that is real life.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah. On a less darker note with the royal family, I know it is meant all to be conspiracies, but what I saw it was with David Attenborough.
Right.
And the Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
The thing is, like, if it could be anyone else on the screen, you're like, oh my God, it's the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone's with the Queen. For me, it was the other way around. It was, someone's with David Attenborough. Because David Attenborough is the world's sweetheart. Yeah. Not just Britain's. He's the global sweetheart.
Yeah. National treasure. Absolute national
global treasure.
Yeah.
And it was the bit what gets me. And it shows what kind of humour the Queen has. It was, what are they? It's like a sundial.
Yeah.
And it was the sundial what they planted years ago, and then they grew a tree right next to it, so it was always in the shade.
Yeah.
And it was just how she just turned around and went, well, that was a good idea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is it possible we have that moved? You know what I mean? So it's stuff like that just shows that she's normal.
Yeah.
Not normal.
I'm not going to say she's a complete heartless bastard, because realistically she's got to be the Queen of England.
Yeah. But I feel like even with the whole thing with Andrew, don't get me wrong, it is out of order. It is complete barbaric. She's protecting her son.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of mothers out there who wouldn't do anything to protect their son, even if they've been into some dodgy.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is the worst of it all. Like we've said on previous episodes, like I say, there's two kinds of people I hate, and I'll hate, and I'd happily go to prison for killing these kind of people, and that is paedophiles and trophy hunters.
Yeah.
And he is a paedophile, and he probably has done trophy hunting. So
yeah. Well, you say that nothing to do with the royal family, but seeing you mentioned the paedophile thing, see about Cain Velasquez, former UFC heavyweight.
No,
his daughter was sexually assaulted by someone,
right?
And he went after him.
Yeah.
I can't remember if they got into a scrap or anything, but he shot him. I don't think he killed him, but he shot him.
Right.
And then Cain Velasquez is in prison.
Yeah, because that is it.
And the fucking nonce has got off scot-free.
Yeah, because me and you have said this like a few years ago, before the podcast and everything, because I like to watch these paedophile hunters.
Yeah.
And everything, because what I think they do is fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely commendable. They should be all noted for what they do, and they're keeping our kids safe.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you was on about we'd like to do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, what we know of each other, we wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. I could not do it. I'd
hurt them so bad.
Yeah, because you've got to pretend to be a child while this absolute prick, this absolute horrible, evil, scummy cunt is sending himself in pictures and videos, telling you to do just barbaric, disgusting fucking things.
Yeah.
And then you got to meet this person and be calm and cool until the police arrive. I couldn't do it. Well, I could not do it. I'd beat him to an inch of his life, if not more.
The best one I used to watch was a page called Trap.
Right.
Which stands for the Rise Against Paedophiles.
Yeah.
And they used to do like live videos, like when they was like, oh, do you mind telling me what you're doing?
They
ended up having to do recordings instead and then release it afterwards.
Right, okay.
Because obviously you think if it's a live video, if I was to watch a live video and it was down the road of a nonce, you could easily just go and smash his head in because you know exactly where he is.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why they used to pre-record it, so to speak.
Yeah, because I used to watch Dark Justice.
Yeah.
And they were, I think, they're from Newcastle or somewhere northeast. And but they keep their faces covered.
Yeah.
Because they don't want the clout.
No.
They you can see what they're doing. They are there to protect children.
Yeah.
And I just think what they do is so commendable, because I just know I couldn't be able to do it because I
couldn't.
I mean, I've got an 8, nearly 9-year-old niece, and if anything happened to her, I'd kill them.
I'd snap them. Yeah.
I mean, this is going out to people, and it might get me in trouble, but I wouldn't be able to hold myself.
No,
I wouldn't be able to control myself.
It's like you said with your niece. I've got a fucking 12-year-old sister and a 5-year-old sister.
Yeah.
Anything happened to them, I just wouldn't be able to control it.
I'd hunt them down.
Yeah, I would not be able to control it.
No, but even if it's with you, like how they do it and everything, and I mean, I'm actually getting quite emotional about this, but going to see these people and chatting to them, like in a way, like they're normal people when they're not. They're disgusting people. They're foul. They don't deserve an inch of mercy.
No, of course they don't.
But at the same time, like going back, I mean, we've gone on a mad tangent, but going back, that's them dirty bastards are still someone's son,
and
you would still protect them.
You would, yeah.
So I could.
There's a fine line though. That's the only problem, especially with the Royals. There's a fine line.
Yeah,
because if it.
But you said it yourself. Andrew was the Queen's favourite.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like that could have backfired way, way worse.
Well, that's why people like us are talking about it.
It could have seriously backfired.
Yeah,
especially if it comes out concrete proof that the Queen did pay him.
Yeah, but I just feel like she's got nothing to lose now, really.
No,
not now.
In all honesty, without sounding horrible, I'm really surprised she's still alive.
I don't mean
that health-wise. No. I mean because they normally say when you've lived with someone for so long, normally
you die of a broken heart.
You know yourself. Like if you look at if you've had grandparents that are passed or whatever, or anything like that, one usually follows quite closely to the other, and especially how she's been rife with COVID at the minute as well.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
She's really bad with it, weren't she?
Yeah, I don't think she's doing very well at the minute. Anyway, which is
sad. Why I didn't mention Philip a lot, because if I was to mention Philip, I could be here all fucking day, because we all know what kind of guy that he was.
Yeah.
I just can't speak ill of the dead.
No.
Like that. I can't do it.
No, that's why
I mean, Jeffrey Epstein, that's a different story.
Yeah, because of what he done.
Yeah, but
no, I get that. But I can't see it as a person, as what, I see it past the royalty. As a mother and her child, I can see it as in that point of view.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to do everything she can, and she's in this luck of power. That she can.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's why she has done what she's done. If that is true.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's probably not. It might not be true.
It might not be
true.
Be
talking bollocks.
Like, I know I've been going off on the royal family, but I don't out and out hate them.
No.
My problem
it's just what they've done.
Yeah, the problem they've done is the public idolise them so much.
Yeah,
it's like, don't think they haven't done anything dark. Every person on this planet has done something dodgy or dark.
Yeah,
it's just the chances of them doing it are more
are greater because they got more of the chance of getting away.
Yeah, exactly. That's my only problem with it, not the royals themselves. Okay, yeah, if all the dark shit they done come out, then I would fucking despise them. But like I said, this is a conspiracy. It's not proof.
No,
I'm just going on. I've just said what we know.
Yeah,
like fact wise, and just been going like,
it's just our thoughts.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
No, but at the same time, I do just want to bring it back again on these paedophile hunters and everything like that. Just thank you.
Yeah.
But they get so much hate for it as well.
I don't get it.
They get so much hate.
It's like, you're enticing them and blah, blah, blah. It's like, what, so you'd rather have them potentially touch your child?
Yeah.
Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, because they're saying like, it's entrapment, you're enticing it.
But it's not.
It's not, no. He's still, the person is still of age, is still a man, woman, because, I'm not saying it's all men, but man and woman, or person, they should know better.
Yeah.
They should know better.
I mean, the only way it's entrapment is if the person pretended to be the child is saying, meet me here, do this, do that.
Yeah,
They're letting them take the reins.
They do it all.
Yeah, because like I said with that trap page, they say it so many times that I'm 14 or I'm this, I'm that. Do you know what I mean?
They
keep telling them and they still keep pushing for it. So it's like, okay, you're a dodgy bastard. Because apparently they said legally, if you're messaging someone and they tell you an age, you're entitled to send one message back, and that's like, okay, you're too young, I apologise.
Yeah, if it
blah,
carries
blah, blah.
on, then it's class as grooming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is right. But
because it's easy to fall into that entrapment, even if you're not a paedophile. Look at the likes of Adam Johnson.
Yeah.
He was a paedophile because he did have sex with an underage girl.
Yeah.
But she was in a nightclub.
Yeah.
Which you're not legally allowed to do until you're 18.
In the UK.
So she's already broke the law there. And then she's the one that enticed him.
Yeah.
To sleep with him. To sleep with him.
Yeah.
So he was not entrapped because, he still shouldn't have done it.
No.
He still shouldn't have.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's just like, there are people out there that are going to do that.
Yeah.
Because...
Oh, exactly. And especially if you saw someone like Adam Johnson at the time was a big footballer in the UK.
Yeah.
He was in the England team and everything like that. He's got money.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to want a bit of that.
You're going to want a bit of that.
So you can see why.
Yeah.
But it is... you've got to be so careful.
Yeah.
You have got to be so
really
careful. But what these people do, like... I think the one who in a way started all was that Stinson Hunter.
Yeah.
Right, and he got big backlash because of he met up with this bloke, and this bloke ran off, and he ended up killing himself.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this bloke did, and it was on like a, you know, like a chat show kind of thing, but you know where it's like question time,
yeah,
stuff like that, and these people said like, you made this man kill himself, and he was like, no, I fucking didn't.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have been talking to a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Like he's the one who's done. He's the one who's doing all the noncery.
Yeah.
He's the,
why am I getting the fucking?
Yeah. If anything, he should be commended for what he's doing. For you know, because if you've got a young child who's on websites, or even not even like dating websites, but it could be something so, like what kid sites, like actual kid sites, like what Club Penguin and that used to be, and they're on there. They're trying to entice kids on there. And that's just fucking...
fucked up.
It is fucked up. So, I think these people are ill.
Yeah.
They are sick.
Well, I'll give you a bit of a preview, which I think I'll do as the next one.
Yeah.
Paedophiles.
Yeah.
But I honestly believe there's got to be something wrong with them mentally. Because there's no way you just wake up one day and go, I fancy a kid.
Yeah.
There's got to be something in your fucking mind...
Yeah.
...that triggers it.
Yeah,
because if it was just natural, so everyone would have at least had that one thought.
Yeah.
And I can happily say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I've never ever had one of them even like an inkling of that.
Exactly. But I think if I ever did get that thought, I'd chop my bollocks off.
Yeah.
I would castrate myself.
Yeah.
It's just fucking disgusting.
Absolutely.
Like I say, me and you, we spoke about it in the past. Like we would do it to protect kids, but we would be the ones getting in trouble. We would be the ones getting locked up while these sick, dirty cunts would still be walking on the streets.
Yeah, too right.
It's like I don't want to get. It might be me being bone idle, but even if like these nonsense when they get out, I don't want to know who they are because I just can't. I wouldn't be able to control myself.
No.
So it's there needs to be more of them.
Yeah.
There needs to be more of these kind of people, like help, like doing like nonce hunting.
Yeah,
there needs to be, because if not,
it's just gonna.
They're destroying kids' lives. Yeah, destroying people's lives.
I think I know we're going into a completely different podcast at this.
Yeah, I know.
Think about it like, yeah, okay, it was common, but it's only more come into light since Savile.
Yeah,
Jimmy Savile.
Yeah,
that's when it's gone crazy because so many people used to hold it in.
Yeah, because I feel like we should do a podcast on that dirty cunt.
Yeah, well, I'm going to bring him into the paedophile thing.
Yeah, because how the BBC got away with this?
They were in on it.
Yeah, it's come out.
They were in on it. 100%.
It's come out as it has. So how are they still broadcasting? I don't get they.
And again, you know, I could be talking shit here, but to bring it back to the royal family, he was in with them.
Yeah, he was.
He was really close with them.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah. Of course he was. Fuck it. No, I'm getting really wound up at the thought of the cunts. In a way, I'm dreading that
podcast.
That paedophile one, because I'm going to be on a whirlwind, like fucking tornado.
But at the end of the day, it deserves to be spoken like that.
Of course it does, because
you can't mollycoddle with this sort of thing.
No, you can't. Not with them cunts. No.
The vile fucking vermin.
Yeah.
I don't even class them as humans.
No, they're beasts.
Yeah. They're animals. They're genuinely fucking animals.
I wouldn't class them as animals, because animals are innocent in their own right.
Yeah.
They're not even that. They're dirt. They're fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Too right.
No, they're fucking wild to be honest. And I don't care. It's say, God forbid, one of our friends ever come out to me, I'll beat the fucking shit out of them.
True.
And I don't care if I go to prison.
I don't care if it's my closest mate.
Yeah.
Like, I will fucking drive them into the ground.
100%. But that is the only thing I can understand with the Queen. doing. If that is what she's done, she's protecting her son, and I get that. I do get that.
Yeah.
Even though it shouldn't be done.
It shouldn't. No,
it should not. It should not.
But bring it into that, it's like that's what pisses me off with the British public.
Yeah,
where they are like, oh, the Royals. It's like, you've just paid a nonce.
Yeah.
Don't you get what you've done? Not purposely.
No.
You haven't done it purposely, but it's like, how can you not see it that is wrong?
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. No.
It's like I said, no family is perfect. No family is perfect.
No.
But stop thinking the sun shines out of these lot's ass, because it fucking don't.
No, they don't. And the other thing as well is that they're good. They some of them might think they are above us, but they're all going to end up the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're all going to end up in a wooden box 6 foot under.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't treat them like gods when they're not.
They're not. They're really not. I wouldn't say royally, which would have been ironic, but
no. So, but yeah, no, I'm dreading that paedophile one.
Yeah,
I don't think that'll be aired, because the fucking things I'm going to say on that.
Yeah, as long as it's under explicit categories, all good.
Yeah, but if it was legal to hunt these cunts, I'd do it. I'd do it day and night, 24 hours a day.
Happily.
I don't care.
Happily,
because they're fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
nah, fuck, that does wind me up.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know, like a lot of people joke about it with their friends and everything.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, but when it comes down to
it, the actual genuineness,
no, yeah, it's fucking it's foul.
Yeah, 100%.
It is 100%. Foul.
But let us know your thoughts on, not on paedophiles at the minute, because that'll be another podcast. But let us know your thoughts on the Royals. You know, where do you stand with them? Do you believe they are all genuine? Do you believe that, you know, they have some major skeletons in their closet? Which is what I'm at.
Yeah,
I'm at where I'm not they're evil vermin bastards, but they've got some bad skeletons in their closet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I am. But like I say, it's just they can get away with it.
Yeah,
they can get away
with it.
That's
the sadness of it.
But some things, in a way, they do what they do. They could be doing what they do for the best of the country. We just don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
You know,
they could be equally doing as much bad as they are good.
Yeah.
Or they could be doing more of the other.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? You just don't know.
I like to think they're doing more good than harm.
I'd like to think so. I'd happily love to think so.
Yeah.
It's just there's too much coming to limelight
where they're not.
They just can't be.
No. So, but yeah. Get us back on your thoughts of the royal family. Do you think they are dark people? Do you think? Because I know I've heard a lot of people say that they're the biggest mafia in the world.
Yeah.
Which I think is a bit of a bold statement.
It is a very bold statement.
Do you think they are good? They are generally good people.
I don't think they're generally good people. No. I don't think they're generally good people.
No, but
I think there are some. I think, like I said, I think that it's just a case of they've got some very, very dark skeletons, and they're doing everything in their power to stop them from coming out, because they know it will destroy them.
Yeah. Don't after so many years they come out anyway.
Yeah, well, I know that's like with government records, but
right.
with a monarchy, I highly doubt they're going to come out, because.
But then again,
tell them otherwise.
We know all what happened with Henry VIII, for example. I mean, he killed his wife. So.
Yeah, but that was normal back then.
Yeah. I guess
the stuff they supposedly have done now.
Yeah,
it's not fucking normal. It's not legal. It's not whatever.
No, true.
So I don't think it will ever know.
No,
unless by some chance we end up in their family, which is not happening.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on them then? Like, where do you stand with them?
Well, I'm still on the thing. I'm not opposed to him. I'm not opposed to him. I do feel like it is a good thing we've got the monarchy.
Yeah.
Because, for one, it brings tourism in, it brings our economy up. So, in a way, we feed off it as well as we pay into it.
Yeah.
And I feel like, as well, they I do still think, in a way, it might not be like the Queen herself, but I feel like it does go through the royalties of final decisions.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, I might be right.
Yeah.
It's very rare I'm wrong, but so I feel, they've got secrets. They've got dark secrets.
Yeah.
It's no shadow of doubt they have got dark secrets.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like a lot of, especially like now in the generation we've got, like with Will and Kate, they are doing a lot of good.
Yeah.
They are doing a lot.
Yeah,
of
100%.
So I like to say, hopefully they carry it on.
Yeah. My main message from this podcast is I'm not telling people what to think. You think what you want, but the way I'd put it is just don't think they're as great as they're portrayed to be.
Yeah,
that would be my thing. Don't think. I'm not saying they're completely evil. I'm not saying. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just saying the way some people are with them is like just think about it logically.
Rein it in a bit.
Rein it in a bit. Like just think about it logically. You know, they can't be that perfect.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Don't think they've never done anything dark or horrible.
No.
The same with every person.
Yeah, I think, yeah, 100%.
Every person on the planet, like you said, the only problem is these ones are in the limelight because they are a monarchy.
Yeah, and they've got the power to get
and they've got the power to get away with it.
So, but yeah, let us know your thoughts. I don't know what are we doing next? What's
sure what yours went.
So yeah, I better find out which one we're doing.
Mothman, isn't it?
It hopefully it depends when because we've got a guest on that one.
Hey.
It'll be my lovely fiance Courtney, because we've had it's been a running joke for years now about Mothman. So, but that one will be coming up soon. But if not, I'm going to say Yeti.
Yeti?
I'm going to do the Yeti. I think
decent.
That'll be a good one. Going back on my hairy humanoids.
Yeah, boy.
So, my point of interest. So yeah, but yeah. Until next time, hope you all stay safe, and hear you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.